because we've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now Fields. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
There he goes, right side.
Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook
with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 1st downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice...
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Cook up the gut. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's down the field for Jefferson. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. for Minnesota. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, we're going out right here.
Right back to him on first down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Bears had 8-6 now on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
They'll run with Herbert. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Play action. It's Fields. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Cook. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Read option. Here's Herbert. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
At the Vikings' 14-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Hands it off out of the gun. And he goes backwards here. Losing yardage back to the 16.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
Moore, the man in motion.
Hey, can't. Easy.
They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, the goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here we go, Scott. Hey, Snake.
Mooney, the motion man right. A little jet sweep to start the drive. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Moore, the man in motion. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Good.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going to try and throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Wow, that is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Good night.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
On Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Angel, angel, angel. All right.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Here we go.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
EQ.
Mooney, the motion man right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That seemed to be linebacking 101 on how to diagnose and stop a run.
And what we're doing nowadays is we're taking those former safeties, those bigger guys, and making them linebackers to utilize their speed. He just made an absolute beeline after he diagnosed that play and ended up making a nice tackle on it.
Hey, Ken. Say hi.
Herbert powering up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Khalil Herbert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. The extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's a quick throw right side. Touchdown, Bears! A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 21-7. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
At their own 38-yard line.
Here we go, strike! Press all 80!
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, obviously, Charles, it'll be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Cook running right. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
70 Rangers.
They're going to look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them. Pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
18 rattling.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That's down the field for Jefferson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And he rifles one incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Hands it off out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago! A big play there. 50 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. There are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback,
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He lets one go deep for Addison. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jonathan Abram picks it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down.
Fields now to throw.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Here we go.
Brought down back at the 32.
Hey, Ken. Right.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. DJ Moore with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Bears take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now this time he'll look to throw.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the run. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Here we go. Hey, Ken. Right.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter, Trenton Gill, to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Let's go.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play.
Here we go.
Second down and 3.
Ready.
Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 36 yards. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Ready.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
Check, man.
They're going to try and run. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Here we go.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And running with power here. Touchdown, Chicago! A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On the ball, on the ball.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's down the field for Jefferson. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Out to his left. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Here we go, son. Out.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Off play action. Fields sliding out of the pocket. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. DJ Moore with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bears are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. Here's a toss coming right. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole, as they'll remain down by a bundle. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Here we go, son.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 160 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
This 2nd and 4.
Mayday. Go.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Hey, Ken. Sorry.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defense in front. They've got the leverage. They are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel.
Yeah, first off, my name